All right, let's start the day. So we are starting with day 1, part 1. The Mandalorian. Yes, we are putting the Gearlock child into play. So after weeks of preparation, everything is ready for the journey to hunt the latest tyrant. Before Obendar can be left behind, however, a new poster tacked upside the Tipsy Troll tavern catches your eye. It appears the Gearlock Council has some interest in locating a young Gearlock boy with unusual. Oh my god, I'm reading your comments and I can't focus. A new poster upside, blah blah blah. Unusual abilities. There we go. We got there. For some reason, the likeness of the poster seems familiar. Clearly, if the council has a bounty on the child, something devious is afoot. While on the trail of the tyrant, it's probably a good idea to be on the lookout for this kid and keep him under your protection. The poster says he was last seen swimming out in Bay Bayota. I just got that. Okay, let's check the map. Oh, it is this way. Do you like video games too? That's how I kind of looked at it. Okay, so he's just a baby. I think he looks super cute, says Gilly, which is ironic. Party decides to search for signs of the baby Gearlock rumored to be living in the DeLorean countryside. We do. So we're going to put all 5 loot cards into the pile, immediately draw and proceed yet today with the day 1 encounter card from the top. So that was our free thing. Basically, if we get the baby, he makes the game a bit easier. I like to shuffle him in now. For a while, I wouldn't do it because it made the game easier. And then I realized I'm not very good at this game. So why not? I do like video games too. I feel the same way. I'm like that, where I like video games a lot. And I want to incorporate it more. And honestly, I like hanging out with y'all. So if I can mix the two together, and video games I can be more mindless about, right? Like I can just play a video game and not really think about it. Like, you know, Champions though, too many bones. I gotta like focus. I can't really talk to you guys. All right, so day 1, special encounter, Duster's Aid. Yeah, I guess you only see. Duster has always been a divisive Gearlock. Oh, it's about me. That's fun. Folks seem to either despise or mistrust her, or romanticize her life and exploits. Naturally, the council had a number of excuses for taking her from the deep wood as a child. Like most things council related, Gearlocks tend to trust and believe it word for word. When Duster reappeared in Obendor just days ago, she had a very different story to tell, which is me. I apparently had a different story to tell. Many simply don't believe she's betrayed her fellow Gearlocks and swear she's been framed. Others think the Duster up in Ebonheart must be some sort of clone or imposter. She left a few helpful tools around town should the residents of Obendor decide to rebel. It feels strange putting them to use against her and her fellow tyrants, but free help is free help. It's kind of weird I'm talking about myself, right? All right, so we have 2 choices. They're both automatic succeeds. One is this cache seems oddly personalized. Each Gearlock gains 1 of their consumable dice, which we have Blade Dip and Scrag Roots, which basically Scrag Roots allows us, oh, see back for details. Oh my gosh, it's a good time. Roll this skill when acquired and place on a locked slot. Reduced by 1 each time a negative effect die would be placed on you to avoid the effect die from being placed. That's not bad. And roll the skill die when effect, reduce 1 to apply a poison effect. That's not bad either. The other option is this cache is nothing special, but it's plenty useful. So treat this card as loot, and I would also get loot on top of it. Tough's Room extract, heal entire party for 2 HP when used in battle, or heal single party HP outside of battle. Single use. I think I'm gonna keep the card, right? It seems clutch. Plus you get to draw a loot card. Take her case. I'm a very good lawyer. You're hired, Josh. I can pay you. I don't know what Gearlocks uses currency, but I can pay you in that handsomely. All right, so utility parts is what we got. On your turn, unexhaust any 1 die. It's a single use. And let's see. So we have succeeded. We have received 1 point after day 1. Celebration time. We only have 7 more to go. And we get a skill point. I'm going to get Flint and Tinder. That basically allows me to heal outside. I think it's outside of the battle. Let me heal. That's all I really remember about that. Roll during recovery phase. Only heal any Gearlock. Sweet, sweet, sweet. It seemed like it'd be good. Okay, Mark. So basically the rough idea is you draw a random bad tyrant. They're called tyrants, like the ultimate bad guy you face, right? And on this card, it says how many progress points you need and how many days in which you have to do it. So I have 10 days to get 8 points, basically. The way you get points is by drawing these encounter cards and doing whatever it says. Sometimes it's free, like stuff. Like this was just free. I didn't have to do anything, right? I just selected what to do. And I would advance that. 80% of the stuff is you're fighting, right? That's it. So I either do the free thing or I fight. Day one is usually always a free thing. They kind of give it to you. But so anyway, once I hit 8 points, I can choose to fight the tyrant. If I defeat the tyrant, game over. If I do not succeed in the allotted time, I lose. It's basically the very, very basic version of this game. You'll see, here we go. You'll see in like day 2, I think I'll fight. Most likely I'll have a fight this next round, so you'll see what that looks like. But that is the very basic understanding. You have a gear lock. It's very customizable, right? I can change her health. I can change how many attack dice she throws, how many defense dice, the total amount of dice you're allowed to throw each round, or each turn, I'm sorry. Then all of this stuff down here are like special dice. They're one-time use, but they can be really, really helpful stuff. To start off, I'm playing normal difficulty, which means I get 1 HP and I get to pick one special thing for free. The special thing I picked was Duster's Dagger. We can get into that later. It doesn't really matter. So on the rewards of the cards, you can either usually get like loot or get like really good loot or level up, basically. So I picked to level up. And with my level up, you can either increase your health, you can try to increase your attack or your defense, you can increase your dexterity, or you can increase one of your dice. I picked the die, basically. And that's, again, the very, very basic overview of the game. So we're going to move on to day 2. This is our day tracker down here. It's really, really tiny, so I know you all can't see it, but it currently says 2 because we're on day 2. So what happens? We draw a day 2 card. Right, so we have a stack there. I have them hidden behind here, so I can't actually see what's coming up. So I can't like prepare myself mentally for it or anything like that. But the first 3 cards usually in the core box are exactly the same, but I have other expansions that mix it up. So here we go. This is the day 2 card. Howl of a good time. Wolves can smell a battle a mile away. Their instincts make them cunning opponents, but allies. While the Ebon have chose to greet us at Oberndor's doorstep, a pack of wolves stands nearby watching the Ebon closely. One wolf has a gearlock bandana wrapped around its neck. From Duster... Man, what am I doing? By the way, my name's Duster. I don't know if I really specified that. I probably should have. It never hurts to have a little help in battle. Could it always be carefully laid trap? Duster always tends to be one step ahead. So maybe it's my Nightshade. Who knows? So we have 2 options. All right, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's like a top. My camera won't focus in on this because it screws everything up. But there's a top half, and then there's a bottom half. You can choose whichever you want to do. And the components are unbelievable. They are unbelievable. They are the best components you can get in that game. So the top option says, nod to the Alpha Wolf. The wolves surrounding the battlefield, herding our attackers into a much more beneficial position. Basically, only 2 baddies may be on a battle mat at a time. That's not really super beneficial because there's only going to be 2 baddies. I'll get into that in a second. Or we can motion to the Alpha Wolf to hold off. Better safe than sorry. As a reward for taking this thing, I would get an extra skill point. That's what that symbol means. Down here, it means I get a loot. I get another skill point in general. And I get to progress that advancement thing by 1. So, it's already 1 progress. If I succeed on this card, I can advance progress another 1. Plus, I get this reward, and this reward. Still might be a little confusing, but as we go, you'll get it. So I'm going to choose the bottom one because there's only going to be 2 bad guys on the map to begin with. And you'll see why in 1 second. Get this set up. Okay. So, what it says is BQ, which is baddie Q, is the baddie points. That's a lot of words that mean nothing to you, I'm sure, and that's okay. It doesn't have to. The way you calculate baddie points is quite simple. You take the day whatever day it is. So it's day 2 for me, and you times it by how many players in the game. There's 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. So we have, oh, you can see them, good. Baddie stacks. These are all pre-made. I'm not going to get into that now, how that works, but just trust me, they're pre-made. There's stacks of 1 points and there's stacks of 5 points. Basically, you create a stack up to the point value. So there's 2 points. Well, we can't use 5s, obviously, to create 2 points. So we take 2 1s. Baddie stack done. Hey, okay. So now we put them out on the map. And you just do it off the top of the order. Now, normally you would put up to 4 on the map. But there's only 2 there, so you can only put 2 out there. So the first one goes on spot 1. And it's a chimp acrobat. So it comes in with 2 life. It's a melee, so it goes there. And it starts its initiative on 4. And I'll get into that in 1 second. The next one is Dire Wolf Pup. Has 3 life. 2, 3. Initiative of 3. So what is initiative? Basically, it's the turn order. So the turn order is never the same. It always changes, which is what's fantastic. I have initiative die as well. I will roll it. I started at 5. So I go to the very front of the line and I get to attack first. So I get to choose where to start. I have to start because I am a melee ranged. I thought it was just melee. Oh, I'm melee ranged. Okay, so melee range means I can start anywhere in these 8 spots that I choose. Right, any one of these I choose. So I'm gonna go right here. Okay, as simple as that. Nightshade stays there for now. We don't have to worry about that. And we're gonna get going. So the only thing you have to kind of know is on this chip. It's really hard to see, so I apologize. There's attack value over here. This is how much they damage me for. And down here is their skills. So he has blind strike 1, dodge 1. What does that mean? Well, one thing I learned about Too Many Bones is they have a lot of papers on a lot of papers. So blind strike is at the start of his turn. This unit will deal the amount of damage, which is 1, to the strongest adjacent unit. Okay? Strongest adjacent unit. So even if it's this one, he's going to attack his buddy. Simple as that. Dodge basically means this unit HP cannot be reduced with attack dice. So I have to think about that. I can't kill him with attack dice. We'll get into how we do that later. This one's lashback. Lashback basically says after or any turn this unit is damaged by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit then deals damage back to them, so long as it's not defeated. Okay, so I'm going to have them fight each other. We'll get into that too. All right. I know that sounds kind of complicated. This will be simpler. So I move first. It is round 1. That'll be important later. I go first. I am allowed to basically do 3 things. That's what my dexterity here says, 3. It's modified by a blank, which is 0, right? So I can do 3 things. On my turn, I can roll dice, 1 apiece, or I can move. Move and then roll. I'm going to move. That's 1 dexterity. So I have 2 dexterity left. Okay. With that 2 dexterity, I can choose to roll a defense dice, roll an attack die, roll a skill die, whatever it be. I'm going to roll 1 defense die and 1 attack die. Okay. So that would be the total of 3 dexterity in total. 1 to move, 1 defense die, 1 attack die. So I rolled 2 defense. It goes in my active slot. Basically up here is just active, what dice just kind of sit around. Makes sense. And I attacked for 1. Sweet. I do 1 damage to him. Done. Now his skill, Lashback, attacks me back. Well, I have a defense die. So I'm going to take 1 damage, which would just go to defense. If I didn't have the defense die, I would just do 1 damage like normal. That's the end of my turn. As simple as that. Now, 4, it's a blue die, matches the blue chip. That's why we keep track of this stuff with colors. So first, his skill, Blind Strike, does 1 damage to his nearby strongest unit, which is this one. So he's going to do 1 damage to his buddy. And his buddy is going to lash back and do 1 damage back. As simple as that. Can he dodge? Is just that's attack dice. Okay, perfect. That's it. Baddies can move 2 spots and then attack. 1, 2. He can't hit me yet because you have to be orthogonally adjacent, not diagonally. All right, it's got to be left to right, up, down. He can't attack me. He's not going to attack his friend right now. We're good. Done and done. His turn is done. Then, now this one's turn. He's going to roll 1 attack die, and he's targeting me. Does 1 damage. Okay, so he would hit me. I have 1 defense die. Subtract that. And that's it. That's the end of the turn. We go on to the next round. And you just repeat that process over and over and over and over. And that's it. That's the game. That's the game. So for this, I don't have to move, so I don't have to use a skill die on that. What I'm going to do is roll 2 attack and 1 defense. That's my max for each. So I got another 2 defense, which is really lucky. And then 2 attack dice, which knocks him out. He's out of life. Now, he doesn't do lashback because he doesn't exist anymore, right? He got knocked out. Now, what would happen is the next round, if there was like a stack of baddies, the next one would come in, the beginning of the next round. I'm going back the bottom of the round, but there is no more, so we don't have to worry about that. So he's taken out, and his purple dies are removed. Okay. So now, Blue's turn. He's going to do a blind strike. Nothing happens because there's no one strong right next to him. He's going to move up next to me. He's going to attack me for 1. And he rolls a bone. Nothing happens. I'm good to go. And that's the end of that turn. Oops. Now it's round 3. Now, attack dice can't take him out. So what I'm actually going to use is a skill die. Okay. Skill die. And I can roll 1 defense die. This is a bone, which means I can put it in this backup plan, let you do different things. We can get into that later. And I have bleed die on him. What bleed does, basically, is it does 1 damage to him each round, like the beginning of it. So, or beginning of his turn, I'm sorry. So that's the end of my turn. His turn starts, bleed effect takes place, knocks him out, that's his last life. Game over, or round over, I won. Simple as that. Now, we clean up the board. I go back. You don't automatically heal. I didn't take any damage, but you wouldn't normally automatically heal. Take your dies back. And that's it. Then we read what our rewards are. So like I said, we get 2 skill. We get a progress point. Let me do that first. So I'm going to advance that. We get 2 skill points and we get a loot card. So hopefully that made sense. And yeah, so bones or misses they can save up. For example, I have 1 bone. So as a free action, I could move Duster or Nightshade to a position adjacent to the other. If I got 2, I could stab a baddie that's adjacent to both Duster and Nightshade. 3, I could take 2 true damage to place an untargetable effect, whatever. And if I got up to 6, a bigger thing happens. No. All right. Active and backup plans go away at the end of the round. The only thing that would say if anything was locked, things will tell you when they're locked, but they're not right now. So that's that. So we get 1 progress point. We did. We get 2 skill points. I want to first try for attack. Now, the way this works, again, these are just some of the weird nuanced rules, is if I want to increase attack, I have to roll my current attack value, and they both have to be hits. And they were. So, I'm allowed to increase it by 1. Now, my second point, I could try for another attack if I really want to. I want to actually try for a defense. And I succeeded. I rolled defense. With defense, though, there's a real weird rule that if you roll a bone and fail, you can actually re-roll it once and try again. But we didn't have to, so that's good. So those are my 2 points. I get a loot card, which basically ignore 1 bones when making a training attempt. Okay. So like I just said, I had to do with the training thing. That's fine. All right. That's that. Simple as that. Let's advance to day 3. And we'll read our day 3 bonus. And again, if there's any questions that pop up that you're concerned about or you don't really understand, let me know. I'm more happy to answer. And Josh obviously knows the game too, so he can answer things too. All right. Bridging the Cybran. Cybran Crossing is a bridge of numerous conflicts. It's not uncommon for the trade thoroughfare to be out for weeks at a time. There are often attacks during reconstruction. Adolescent orcs and trolls love burning nearby completed bridges for sport. Novice kobolds and bog creatures love using workers as target practice. Ooh, that's fun. Needless to say, the bridge is out, but there seems to be plenty of enemy minions just standing about, and the bridge is the quickest way across. So again, we have the battle icon, so we're going to do it. And there's only one option, so I have to do whatever the thing is on this card. So, do baddies float? Let's find out. So, the baddie queue is endless 1-point baddies. Only number baddies equal to the party size are allowed in the battle mat at one time. Okay. When baddies are defeated during this battle, they are flipped face down in the position where they are defeated. Other units can still occupy this position. On their turn, Gearlocks may spend 1 dex to move a single adjacent baddie to an adjacent Gearlock, or baddie to an adjacent position also adjacent to the Gearlock. Success is achieved as soon as all 4 positions in the single lane of the baddie mat are filled with defeated baddies. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Huh. So, what this means. Endless 1-point baddies are going to come out, right? And only one at a time. So this kind of works well for me. When they are defeated, we flip it face down, and we need to fill an entire line full of baddies. All right. Now, on our turn, we can spend 1 dexterity to move a single adjacent defeated baddie to an available position also adjacent to the Gearlock, right? So we're probably going to pop on this spot. This way when we defeat them, we can leave the first one there. The second one can come in. Then we can like move it there and then move around. So we're just lining up. Yeah, we're lining up floating corpses. That's what we're doing. That's it. So, all right, let's get our first baddie out, or only one baddie out there. Comes in. It is Owlbear Cub. Ooh. Yes, this is co-op. This is absolutely co-op. It works. It's a good solo game. Blind Strike and Inspire. Let me just check what Inspire means. I don't remember all these things. The next baddie initiative meter doesn't matter. Yeah, it's co-op. So if there was someone else joining you, they would be another Gearlock that would work with you on the mat. You don't fight against each other. I will say that if you're playing at 2-player, this game is harder. This game is very hard at 2 players. The way the math works out. Ooh. Just one of those weird things, but it is really, really good for co-op. All right. And also I should mention too, I have chips and pieces and expansions from every single expansion thrown into this. This character doesn't come with the core box. This enemy doesn't come with the core box. This chip does not come with the core box. This one that I fought, the pup does. So it's just like an FYI thing, you know. You're seeing a lot of different expansions thrown together. So, and yeah, so solo does get its own deck of cards. It was well done in that sense. It's actually really nice that they get their own cards. So there is a separate deck, and then there's a co-op deck for everyone else, which is really cool. And yeah, 4 players actually. Playing this game 4 players, it's really easy. It's like a really easy game. It's like the weakest point of the game. 3 is pretty easy. I think 2 is really hard. Maybe I just am not good at the game too. All right, so let's start this. Starting round 1. His initiative die was higher than mine. I rolled a 4, unfortunately. And he gets to go first. The Owlbear Cub. So, what's fun about him is he has no attack and no defense. He is just going to blindly strike me. Is what's going to happen. So he blindly strikes me for 1, does 1 damage. Now, this is what I'm about to do is unique to Duster, right? This isn't most other characters. What happens is, if Duster has at the end of any round when Duster has less than full HP and is not KO'd, Nightshade enters battle. So I'm just gonna put this off to the side so I remember that. My wolf is gonna come in to help me, which is gonna be sweet. So that's it for that. I am going to attack this thing. Well, first I'm going to roll a defense die with 2 attack. All right. Oh. 3 bones. Wow. Okay. Maybe we're going to have a different strategy than I thought. All right. So it goes to second round. Now, what happens is Nightshade comes in at the highest point and joins in on the melee spot. Nightshade, again, is only for Duster. It's not crazy, but it doesn't have my base game coming this month in the new mini box. Get excited. That mini box is awesome. I have the huge one that doesn't fit anywhere, but now I have the trove chest, so it makes life easier. But Yeah, that new mini box is sweet. It is sweet. And it is a very expensive game to recommend. I mean, it's a very expensive game. Honestly, wait until they do a Kickstarter for something else and see if you can get like a bundle. Like their bundle prices are better. Like when I bought this game, it was not that expensive, and now it's kind of nuts. Same with everything. Like I bought the Trove chest. It was like $80 or whatever, which is a lot for a box. I think now it's 150. Like their stuff gets expensive. Okay. Nightshade goes. And also, Lil Will, welcome into the chat. I didn't say welcome, should have. Nightshade goes first. So Nightshade's allowed to do 2 movement and 2 attack, basically. So we're going to move 1 of our 2, and we'll swing for 2. 2 damage. 2. He's got 1 life left. Sweet. And now he's going to do a blind strike to the strongest adjacent unit, which is Duster. So 1 damage to Duster. And that's it for that. And then Duster. Did I have a way to heal? I don't think I did. Blunt Tinder can only be recovery, so we're not going to worry about that. I wish I had a way to heal. Oh, I do. I can use the mushroom extract to heal entire party for 2 and use outside, or heal entire party for max HP outside of battle. I think I'm actually going to use this right now to heal for 2. Because I don't like being that low in health already. So that's that. Then we are going to roll 2 defense and 1 attack. 2 attack damage and 2 defense dice. That knocks him out. His dead corpse is there, which is fun. And he stays there. Then we're going to have to put a new one in. So now we go to round 3. We draw another baddie. It's a dragon hatchling who gets engulfed. Can't remember what that is. All damage rolled by this unit also hits adjacent units to this. Ooh. It's got 3 life. Now, what's fun is when enemies come onto the battle after the start of the game, they start at the very bottom. They don't start in the initiative meter anywhere else besides the very bottom, which is actually really nice. So I get to go both first. It's kind of an advantage to be able to do that. So I just have the base game and 3 extra heroes and some extra components, about $300. Yeah. Expensive if you buy. So you can only get it through Chip Theory Games' website. It's the only way you can buy it. So you'll never find it anywhere else. That's how they keep the prices level. So it's kind of nuts. I do have a small, yeah, so Undertow is also what I started with personally. I started with it because I was like, this game can't be as good as people say. So I started with Undertow. At the time it was like $80, I think. Has 2 gear locks, including this one, and 4 tyrants. I played that game, I think, 110 times. And I was like, I will get everything else. And that's what I did. I played it 110 times, 112 times, whatever it was. And yeah, I still play it to this day, like, constantly. I love it. Okay, so he's going to start attacking both of us, which I don't love. Let's see if we can knock him out fast. So, Nightshade attacks for 2. Bone, which means nothing. He doesn't have a backup plan or anything like that. It does 1 damage. Solid. It's down to 2 life. I'm going to, because according to this card, right, with the baddies floating and whatnot, I may spend 1 dex to move a single adjacent defeated baddie to an adjacent position also adjacent to me. Holy cow, that was a lot of adjacents. I will use 1 of my 3 dexterity to move that bottom one over to this spot down here. Okay. And that was him. So now it's my turn. Sorry. That was 1 of mine. So now I can do 2 more things. I'm going to use both my attack dice. 3 damage. Crushed it. Crushing this. Crushing this game right now. All right. Next round. 4. Okay. So we have a dead one, a dead one. Next one that comes out is, this is from an Undertow box. Dragon Biddy. Weaken 1, which is no good. Weaken 1 basically place an effect weaken die. My dex is reduced by 1 if he gets a hit on me. Yeah, and like the coolest thing, I mean, so these are actually upgrade chips, but besides the point, but like all the chips are just like, I mean, like, that's fun. The tactile feel of the game is nuts. And like Josh said, this is all neoprene. All these cards are PVC plastic. So like, they're good. The dice are, I think, heat treated, they said, or whatever. 2, 3. So that's that. But yeah, I mean, it's literally, if you were the type of person like bling out your other games, it's already done. It's already done. Yes, Mark, good to hear you got it. I just got it today too, so exciting times. But yes, go enjoy it. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it, man. I do. All right, let's go with Nightshade. So I am going to attack for 2 with Nightshade as usual. Does 2 damage, which is sweet. Very sweet. Now it's my turn. I'm going to move 2 spots. 1, 2. Now, am I? 1, 2. That makes sense. I need to get to this spot. It's like the weirdest thing. Let's do, Oh, I guess I can move his body around. Oh, that sounds so weird. Okay. So I'm going to spend 1 dexterity to move this body here so that this way I can move it up eventually. Okay, that's what we'll do. I used 1 dexterity. I'll use my last 2 to do last 2 attacks. I got a bone and 1 attack. Knocks him out. So usually things don't go this well. So I'm a little worried. But we are crushing it. Round 5. So the reason we're keeping track of round, I'll say this now. When we get to the 6th round, everything loses 1 health, like right in the beginning. Kind of stinks. Hardy. Hardy is not good. I know that much. Hardy, any turn this damage takes is reduced by 1. 3. Okay. That's the end of that. Let's board the bottom. Okay. So, Nightshade's going to attack first. 1 damage, but reduce it by 1. Reduce it by 1. Right? Total is reduced to 1. Sorry, not by 1. It's reduced to 1. So as long as I do damage, reduced to 1. So we will do me next. We'll move 1, 2. Oh, no, we'll move 1. Spend a dexterity, move him there. 2. And then 3. So I can't do anything else. All right. So now he's going to attack the strongest person next to him, according to his chip. So it's going to be me. So he gets 1 attack die. And he swings for 1, hits 1. I have 1 defense. So as simple as that. All right. So now we get to the bleed round. Start of the round, everything takes 1 true damage. That means nothing can stop it from happening. So we got to kind of hustle now. Because Nightshade's about to get hit in the face. Okay. So, this is actually good, because Nightshade can swing for 2. Does 1 damage. Technically hits for 2, right? But gets reduced. So that's that. His corpse is right there. That's awesome. What I'm going to do is now on my turn, because I still get my turn, I'm going to move 1, spend the dexterity, move his body over there. 2, 3, move back. And I think we're good then. Next one comes on. Start the round. Equipment. Equipment, we have to roll a die. All right. So a 5 on equipment means increase initiative die by 2. Doesn't really matter. He starts at the bottom. So. All right. So 3 life. 1, 2, 3. There. Starts at the bottom. We're good to go. Okay. Nightshade go. So we didn't do bleed yet. Nightshade gets taken out. He takes 1 damage. I take 1 damage. Nightshade's die is removed. So now it's my turn with 2 life left. I'm going to swing for 3 attack, using everything for attack. And hope for the best. I got a bone and 2 1s. Knocked him out. There's his corpse. We made her a bridge. Hopefully we didn't mess that up too bad. I'm sure someone will tell me later. All right, cool. Simple as that. So we don't, like I said, don't heal. Nightshade always goes back to your spot with 1 life left. I was so close to leveling up, but oh well. All right, so we get 1 progress point, so we're up to 3. Sweet. We get 2 skill points and 1 trove chest, or 1 loot. So I want my 2 points. I want to heal 1, or not heal. I want to raise my HP by 1. So he raises it 1 by 1, and I want to add 1 to my dexterity. Which means I can now roll 4 dice. And I get a loot card. Ace of Vision. This is the card you wouldn't normally see. So, yeah. When played, count the aces in your loot area. I have 1. View the next 3 loot cards, discard any amount, and rearrange the rest. This is what I could do. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So the attack dice have 4 single hits, 1 double, 1 bone. The defense, yes. As I live alone. I get it. I can't find other people to play this with me. They like kind of like look at it and they're just confused. I get it. It's a weird game. All right. So success. Success. We got. Oh yeah, we got that. So now, I know I kind of glanced over what I'm doing now, but I kind of have to pay attention. So you win, right? You divide spoils, apply training points, and log progress. So now we can do recovery. The way you do recovery is you can either lockpick things. Don't have to know what that is yet because we're not doing it. You could trade loot between characters. There's only 1, so I don't have to trade anything. And you could either rest and recover, search for better loot, or scout the area. Okay? Scouting, I don't really do, but we'll get into that later. Search for better loot, I'm not going to do. I'm going to rest and recover. So I can heal to full 1, 2, 3, 1 of my characters. 4. I'm going to heal him. Now I can use my flint and tinder die. This is why I got this. To... Where is it? Where is it? Roll during recovery phase only. Heal any gear lock that amount or character that amount, which is 1, which means I can put that on Nightshade. That's how that die works, basically. And yeah, there's very few people I've ever met that just don't really get into the game. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I want 40 days in Tyranny to expand my solo cards. Yes. Yes. For sure. For sure. 40 days in Tyranny, or 40 days is a must-have for the core box. Because the core box only starts with 1, 2, and 3. Like, 1 set of 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. And it kind of gets repetitive after a while. So having the rest is good. Tyranny's pretty good. I mean, it really helps like get more baddies. And I think for solo, Gilly is a must-have. Yeah, I don't play a ton of Gilly, but he does make the game easier, as for sure. I mean, he can one-shot most tyrants. Like, it's nuts. It's nuts how good he is. So, okay. So we did all that fun stuff. We progressed to day 4. All right, we're cruising right along. We're doing all right. This is all right. Encounter card. Invited for dinner. Wakey, wakey, little critter. A deep voice bellows. Oh, wakey, wakey, little critter. As a putrid stench fills my nose and mouth, I cough and spit to gain my breath, but the air is thick with the smell of rotten fruit, or worse. Something pokes my side and I start to swing. Swing? Why am I swinging? This question forces my eyes open. Everything is upside down and swaying uneasy. I look up and see nothing but green grass. Gaining my senses, I am frighteningly aware that I am bound and hanging, legs lashed to a tree branch. Below me is a boiling pot. Ugh. Beside it stand 2 troll mules, currently fighting over what to add to their stew. Gearlock stew. So, neither options are fighting, which is interesting. Option 1, pick your locks and escape. Make a lockpick attempt. We'll get into what that is. You escape with loot, just not your own. If successful, discard all your current loot, excluding a trove loot, and draw 2 new loot. If you fail to pick both parts of the lock, remove 2 HP and take the other choice. And the other choice is you trick the trolls. Lose 3 HP from fire ant bites. You may only recover half your HP during recovery this round. So I succeed no matter what. Okay. So I guess let's do the first thing. So it's been a while since I've lockpicked. Let's be upfront about that. Where are my lockpicking dice? Okay. The art of lockpicking. Does 40 days come with day one? Age of Tyranny does. 40 days just comes with more baddies. So more chips to add for just the base set. They technically only work for the base set, but you can put them in other things. Also, premium health chips, yes, they are fantastic. So, anytime you face a lock, be it with a trove chest or whatever, you do lock picking. So you'll find that most bindings in the lore are comprised of 3 locks: a lever, trip, and force. To unlock them, you must roll lock picking dice, 3 action dice, and 1 intuition dice to equal or surpass the number of lock type you are working on. Rolled action dice of the same type may be added together to save a lock. Used action dice are exhausted for the remainder of the attempt. Any action dice not used to solve your current lock may be carried forward to the next attempt. Your attempt is over when you fail to open a lock. You have more action dice to apply a lock, or you solve all your locks, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically, re-roll stuff. So our lock is a 3 force 2 L. What's that? Lever. So we're gonna roll all this. Oh, those are 2 L, and there's a 3 force. Wow, that was really easy and lucky. The other things that would happen is, so they all have L's and F's on them and T's, and you have to like kind of add them together or whatever. This die, for example, this will allow you to save an action die and not exhaust it to use it for this lock, which is nice. So like I could have used this 3F and then re-rolled it. This side lets us re-roll any 1 action dice and also the intuition die, which is nice. And then this one, you could treat an L, an F, or a T as something else. But, you know, I did in the first roll, which is really weird and usually doesn't happen. So I succeeded. Hey, that's fun. That's really weird. So, if successful, discard all your current loot. Wow, wow, wow. All that gets discarded. And I draw 2 new loot. So I got a plated skull. At the start of the round, you may place 1 defense die in your active slot. Sweet. And it has 3 uses. I don't know if you can see this up here. It's 3. Dude, lockpicking is so weird. It's so weird. Like, intuitively, I know it. But it's tough. And a harpoon pistol. Choose a non-tyrant baddie on the battle mat and place it in a position adjacent to you. This baddie is a Kremlin, which is not going to be in this. It is instantly defeated. So I can move some things around. We're totally going to keep that. So we got their 2 things. We progress 1 spot, and we get 1 skill ability thing, which is cool. I think I want to throw some knives. I think that lets me hit non-adjacent units, which might be a thing soon. Throwing knives deal damage to non-adjacent damage. So I'm going to get throwing knives. The way that this mat works, I can't really zoom in, but you can kind of see there's arrows and stuff. You have to start a die that's on a star. So this has a star, this has a star, this has a star, this has a star. And then I can't get like this one until I follow this route. Sounds weird, but there you go. Are there any mistakes that you made just starting out? Yeah, I constantly make mistakes, like constantly. Like, this is a game you will make mistakes constantly, nonstop. It's just gonna happen. Honestly, join their Discord. They have Chip Theory Games has a Discord. I'm a mod there, so you get to hang out with me. They have a Discord. They will answer a lot of questions for you. There are an insane amount of nuanced rules. Like, the back of the book has some of them, but it's not nearly enough. They have an online FAQ, which has a lot of them, but not even all of them. But there are a lot of situations that pop up that go, that doesn't make sense in the rules. And you just kind of have to go with it. So the on YouTube, there's some general like knowledge stuff. I would just watch that. Yeah, make the game really easy and like just power through it, even if like you're failing. Like, it doesn't even matter if you're doing things wrong or whatever. Just keep going through it to just try to learn how it works. Let me advance the day to 5 before I forget. So we're on day 5. We're halfway there. And we're halfway with the advanced points too. I think Chip Theory Games, I think, did some older videos with Adam and Josh, who made the game. Yeah, I think they did. I would honestly just watch their videos. They're kind of basic, but they give you the right idea. And their easy mode gives you like 2 extra life and I think 2 training points or something like that. I would do that. Just do that. But yeah, honestly, their Discord, there's a guy in the center aisle who knows this game really, really well and is there almost 24/7 and just answers questions. Like he's a great resource. But yeah, I just don't be afraid to make mistakes. I make mistakes when I stream this. I'm sure I've already made one. It's one of those weird games where it happens. It just happens. And start with Patches. Patches is the easiest character in the base box. This might be the easiest one in okay, blue card. So blue cards are unique in the sense that blue cards are specifically related to your tyrant you're fighting. So kill them with kindness. Don't hurt them. It's not their fault. They're only following their instinct. Locgear is desperate. The pitiful tyrant uses his body as a barrier, doing everything in his power to keep a mortal blow from being struck on the enemy. The Ebon, as usual, do not seem interested in Locgear's pleas. Alright, so this is automatic advance, which is sweet. This guy's worse than the baddies. Locgear complains loudly while you train to become more efficient killing machine. His never-ending pleading and begging leaves little time to practice sufficient techniques still needing work. Immediately draw and proceed, yet today, with the next encounter in the encounter deck. Interesting. Oh no, I don't get anything. So, Locgear is appeased if the party loses all training points from unsuccessful attack and defense turns. Okay, so Locgear is appeased if the party loses all training points from unsuccessful attack and defense training attempts, instead of using the training points elsewhere. Okay. So, in the very beginning, I had to basically I have to appease Locgear. That's my thing. So I'll put this down here to remind me. Should I move this over. So, what does this mean? In the beginning, you saw me do attack and defense training. Basically, if I fail it and I re-roll, I would be allowed to use that training point elsewhere. I no longer can. No longer can, basically. So I have to keep him appeased. That's fine. Okay, so the days continue because we didn't progress. We didn't advance a day. It stays on the same day, which kind of stinks, but that's okay. All right, a goblin investment. I wake up weary, I'm sorry. I wake up wearing a new vest. A friendly traveler must have come across my campsite in the night and seen the fire getting low. It's shoddily made, and the vest they wrapped around me is thick and warm and ticking. Goblins. It's always goblins. It appears I've noticed it in time. I can take my time and defuse it here on the spot, salvaging as much as I can for later use, or take my chances figuring out a safe way to remove the vest while on the move. Either way, it's daylight in enemy territory, and I need to get a move on. Alright, Starry, thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Okay, so both of these, interesting. The jacket is the bomb. Persistent. During battle, roll a d6 at the start of each of your turns. 1, the bomb goes off. That's no bueno. 2 through 5, nothing happens. 6, the bomb is defused. Immediately draw 2 loot. Remove persistent effect. Okay, that's interesting. Or we can dismantle the jacket. Roll a d6 to defuse the bomb. And we cut a red wire. Bomb is not defused. Cut the blue wire. Bomb is defused. And to re-roll, discard 1 loot and place 1 baddie atop this card. Ooh. I think I'm going to let the bomb try to blow me up. I think I'm going to let that happen. Because you get 2 progress points, which is nuts. Give it to me. 1, 2. Then we also get 2 training points. So 1 is going to be for health because I'm probably going to have a bomb blow up on me. The other one's going to be for attack. So I got to roll 3 attack dice. They have to be successful. They're all successful. So Locgear is not going to be appeased with me. Well, he's still appeased because I didn't fail, right? But you know, he's probably not a happy camper. Okay, cool. Day 6. Let's go. It's pretty sweet. Excuse me. All right. On day 6, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 progress points already. We are way ahead. We are doing really well right now. Probably too well. Okay. Encounter. The old stomping grounds. Finally, a landmark I recognized. Before the tyrants invaded and things got bad, groups of us would hang out on these shores. The pond, excuse me, the pond had a peaceful, calming quality that was well worth a couple of days' travel to reach. I know this area better than maybe anyone or anything. But now it's become a home base for trolls. With fresh water and plenty of fish, it's the perfect base of operations for them. The clean spring water is also right for brewing their fermented drink of choice. Guess we're about to see who knows this place better. Alright, so we're fighting. So we can reclaim our childhood. We get baddie points, including a troll brewmaster, if possible. On your turn, you may spend 1 dexterity to move any 1 initiative spot. Okay. And no time for sentiment. Draw them out to the road. And only 1 baddie may be on the battle mat at a time. Like that. I like that. We're going to do that. We're going to let only 1 out there. So our baddie points includes a troll brewmaster. So it's 6. The problem is we have to now find this thing. Troll brewmaster. Oh, there he is. Wow, that's... Shuffle that up a little bit. Okay. So, baddie points. 5 and then a 1. Highest numbers go on the top, lowest on the bottom. Only 1 comes out at a time, which is sweet. So sweet. All right, his initiative is a 3, and he's got 5 life. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now what makes him interesting is he has a thick skin. Ignore the first number of damage his unit would take this turn. So he ignores the first 1. And then recover, which is no bueno. Recover unit gains 1 life at the start of each turn. Yeah, start of each turn. Okay. Hey, Sword, good to see you, man. All right, so we're gonna just go toe to toe with this thing. That's for sure. Our initial a 3. All right, so if it's tie, we get priority, and only 1 baddie answers play at a time, so we get to go first. So right off the bat, we have 4 dexterity, so I'm going to roll a bleed for sure. That's 1 of them. 2 is gonna be 1 defense, and then 2 attack. Dude, me too. Me too. Josh, just so you know, Sword and Board Games and I literally became friends, internet friends, I guess, because of this game. All right, so we have 2 defense. The bleed die goes on him. 3 damage, but he thick skins the first one, so it's 2 damage. 2. And Duster was also the first one I learned too, because Stanza is really hard to learn. All right, so thick skin always is for the round, right? Ignores the first damage this unit would take this turn. Ooh. Bleed was a poor choice, I think. Because this turn, he ignores it. And he technically recovers 1. Yeah, I think that's how that will work. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So he's going to swing for 3. So 1 bone, 2 damage. Just takes my defense. Okay, cool. Round 2. I'm gonna swing for 3 damage and a defense. That really isn't a thing I can. Alright, so 1 bone and 4 damage. So we'll only do 3. So 1, 2, 3. Sweet. I think he ignores this turn, the bleed. Still regret doing that, but that's okay. And then he's going to attack me. Oh, but he recovers 1. Three damage. 1, 2, 3. The bright side is my wolf friend comes in. Give it to me. 3. Favorite gear lock. Tantrum's fun. I like, what's his name? Gasket. The robot. I like the robot. It's probably my favorite right now. I've been playing a lot of him. The way he moves is sweet. Stanza is amazing. Just super unique, but kind of tough. Like, it's weird to wrap your head around the song aspect of it. But Stanza is kind of fun. And they're all unique. Like, I like Lab Rats. I still have only played Dart like twice. And it's still a weird concept. You flip the entire mat over and back, which is weird. And that's been weird. But Lab Rats was cool too. I think they're all unique in their weird way. I like pick it because it's sort of bored. Love it. Alright, so our wolf moves 1 spot, swings for 2. Wow, 4 damage, blocks 3 of it. Womp womp womp. Taking it out. Exhausting. Takes him out. Like that. I like that. And that's the end of this. So we go to round 4. The next one comes in. And Kobold Tender Fighter thingy. Oops. 2. And he goes at the bottom. Alright, round 4. Alright, Hardy and Compound. Compounds, let's see. Compound. His attack dice is the current round, so he's currently swinging for 4. And Hardy. Any turn this unit takes damage reduced to 1. So hopefully we each do damage. So he swings for 2. Does 2 damage, but it gets reduced to 1. And I'm going to swing 4 attack dice because we just need to do this. Done. Knocked him out. Done and done. Success. Alright. That is that. Oops. He's still at full health, which is nice. Nice, and I can just heal her. Dude, I really need to figure out Dart. Like, I like Dart. Like, I like the concept of her. I just get so confused. And when I talk on some of the Discord stuff about it, they're like, it's not so bad. And I feel dumb. Like, I just feel dumb playing that Gearlock. But I like her still. So, alright, 1 progress point. Sweet, we're 1 away. And we get 1 training point. I'm going to get more health. I think health is a good thing. Can't really complain. I need to appease Gearlock. Appears Locgear. Don't need to do anything, so I'm good with that. I'm going to rest and recover my girl Duster. So 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. This gets removed. Sweet. Alright, removed 1. That is that. And this goes up to day 7. Crushing it. Josh. Who is your favorite Gearlock? Electra? I assume. The Spice and Dice mode with the cards. Is that the one where you're like hiring them? Like the apprentice thing or whatever? I think I did that once. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I liked it. Daredevil. Yeah, the only I think there's the 2 main modes, right, with Spice and Dice, and the one is the apprentice. I think I did it once, and I just went, that was a long time, and I didn't really enjoy it for what it was. I want to try it again though, but I like building it. I liked it, but then never played it again. Yeah, Nugget's one of my favorites. Nugget's up there too. I forgot about her. She's good. All right, trust your gut. Rarely do I second guess my gut, but today might be the day. An inevitable battle awaits me up ahead, but there are 2 distinctly different camps blocking the way. The first appears to be filled with swarms of underlings and new recruits. The second camp, though less populous, only contains burly and battle-tested foes. While I enjoy hacking and slashing my way through countless E-bomb as much as the next Gearlock, at some point I may run out of steam. My gut says to second guess my gut, but my gut is also very hungry, and now my head hurts. Okay, so I'm a sucker for the good old hack and slash. Our baddie queue is just 1-point baddies. For the first 3 rounds of battle, any baddies that are defeated are added to the bottom of the BQ. Now I've got speed. Time for some hiding. 2 5-point melee baddies. For this battle, you may move up to 3 positions. Well, it's a 7. I feel like I'm just going to go for the 2 5s. I'm just going to go nuts. Yes, I did see the plushie. That is a thing that Discord has been begging Josh for, and begging, and I might be one of those people that said, did I not send you that? Oh, my bad. So yeah, if you watch the video, like once he moves the box, he just swipes it out of the way. And I made a comment in the Discord. I was like, so confirmed? Confirmed? I'm hoping it is. Dude, I would pay some serious bucks. I want Darb is who I really want, but I'll take anything at this point. I hope they just do a plushie kicks All right, Kickstarter of plushies. There was just a burn cycle update. I need to read that. I do too. I'm so behind in that game. I think they're still planning to come out soon now. I think they said like it's getting there. I think all the components are done. So. Alrighty. So what did we say? 2 5-point baddies, but I can move 2 positions, which is kind of sweet. So first 5-point baddie. I should probably organize this. Thick skin and taunt. Sounds terrible already. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what thick skin is. Screw that up again. Ignore the first damage this unit would take this turn. Yep. And was it a 2? And a dragon delinquent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Engulf and weaken 2. What's ranged, which is terrible, and it's a 6. What's engulf? Engulf. Any damage rolled by this unit also hits all adjacent units to this target, including itself. So I want to be next to this bad boy. That's for sure. Actually, well, let's roll our initiative and see where we are. 3. Embarrassing. Okay. So let's now we'll just go here for now. That's fine. We'll just fight this. Well, no, I should probably go here. Well, let's go here. Yeah, let's go here. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So, oh, but I can move 3 positions at the end of your turn. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's still good. Okay. He goes first. Oh, I'm already regretting this. 2 and 2. So he gets 2 defense. He gets a weaken 2 on me, which is terrible for me. And, oh, there we go. Does 2 damage. Okay. 1 of the damage goes here because of engulf. And thick skin reduces the damage by 1. So there's that. Alright, so I only have 2 dexterity now, technically, which stinks. So we're just going to roll an attack and a defense die. That's stuck. A bone. And 2 attack reduces it by 1. Okay. That was my thing. Oh, and at the end of my turn, I'm going to move up to 3 spots. I'm going to move right there. Okay, now his turn. He's going to attack for 3 plus 2 defense dice. Uh-oh. I don't like this. Oh, 2 bones. Okay, a 2 attack. He taunts. I don't remember what taunting means. Did 2 attack. So let me take off 2. Taunt. Place taunt effect die in this unit. Oh, we have to attack it. That's fine. That's not as bad as I remember. Okay. Now, good news is my wolf comes in. We're gonna go there. Yeah, this is actually really good news. So wolf comes in. All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate you stopping by. So the wolf comes in. He's gonna swing for 2. And now he's gonna be attacking him because he's the weaker unit, which is kind of the interesting thing. Also, my weaken's gonna go off, which is nice. So 2 damage, 1 is blocked, and then thick skin reduces the other damage, so nothing happens. But that's fine. We got the 1 defense off. Now he goes. He rolls 1 of his defense dice and 2 attack dice. Does 4 damage, and technically weakens the wolf, but not really. So that takes out Wolfie. But 3 of it goes onto him, knocking him out, which is nuts. Insanely good for us. It's all about placement. Now it's our turn. I know what I was thinking. All right, so my turn. I don't have weaken on me right now because they didn't attack me. I'm going to use my bleed die, 2 defense die, 1 attack die. That's 4 dice. We need bleed to hit. Okay, so we have 2 defense. Good. 1 attack and 1 attack with bleed. So the bleed takes effect. Those attacks take off the defense die. Sweet. Okay. Round 3. Bleed affects him by 1. Good. He rolls 2 defense and 1 to attack. Weaken is only if he does damage, or is it hit? Where's the... Oh, it just here. He does it. All right, 2 defense on him. Let's put it off to the side so I remember. And 1 attack with a weaken. That goes down by 2. Hey, Frank and Dice, good to see you, man. Finally jumped on this game. My copy comes Friday. That's fantastic. Get ready for an amazing experience where you're super overwhelmed and confused in the beginning, but always feel free to ask me for help. Did you get the core set? Or did you get Undertow? All right, my turn. We can only have 2 now, so let's do both attack dice. All right, let's try to go nuts on this. 3 takes out both defense and does 1 damage. Ooh, this is gonna be tight. Okay. So round 4. At the start of our round, we're gonna do this. We can place 1 defense die in an active slot. We're gonna do that. We're gonna place a 2 defense, obviously. All right. Start of his turn. Bleed takes effect. Got the core. Good. That's awesome. I'm excited for you to play it. You have to let me know your thoughts. 2 defense, 2 attack. Does not roll any bones, so weaken won't be on me, but gets 3 defense. Not great. Does 2 damage to me, which takes out my defense die. Oh wait, he's supposed to be doing engulf. I completely forgot to do that. So he does 2 damage onto himself on engulf. I should have done it last round too. I forgot. We'll just do it now. All right, so now my turn. I'm gonna roll straight up 4 attack dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's gonna die. Because now it's round 5. He starts. Bleed takes effect. And he's done. Simple as that. Good. Now I only have 3 life left. That was rough. That was a rough play. All right, we are back. So for that, we get 1 progress on the stage. We can now choose to fight Locgear if we would like to. We get 2 training points. I'm going to do 1 more for health, and I'm going to do 1 more on dexterity. So we can roll 5 dice. And we get 1 loot card. A treasure map. Shuffle special encounter the Ebonite doorway into your encounter deck if it has not already been shuffled in. Okay, that's if we choose to use that. We'll see. All right, day 8. So we could try to train 1 more day, see what happens. Or we could just fight Locgear. I'm finally tempted just to fight. Because on solo, it's not going to be that bad. Because on solo, it's just him. I mean, he's strong, but it's just him. I'm thinking. Plus, we have plated skull still. We can use 2 more times. Huge. Harpoon pistol, useless. Treasure map, useless. Let's do rest and recover. We'll do Tinder for Wolfie. That's 1, which is fine. We'll heal ourselves up, which is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get anything else besides the core, or did you just grab the core? All right, I think I'm gonna fight him. I'm just gonna fight Locgear. Let's do this. Let us do this. So, have you read the front of the card? So the back. We take him, and he comes in. normally with 9, but Locgear's attack stat and HP stat are both reduced by the number of appeasement cards under Locgear's Tyrant card, which is 1. So he's down to 8 life, which is somewhat helpful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He is there. He is a 6, just the corn. I get it, dude. All right, so Locgear's rolled bones are placed on his chip and carried over between turns. When his chip contains 4, they trigger timid. Basically, he runs away. Revenge, Locgear deals 1 true damage to the strongest adjacent unit and gains the recover HP. And gains the removed HP. So he's going to kind of heal against me a bunch, which is not ideal, but here we are. I'm just going to go toe-to-toe with him. Let's roll our initiative dice. Shouldn't really matter because we're probably going to be second. Alrighty, so we're going to start round 1. We're going to jump into it and go. I am going to, for the start of my round, take a defensive die and place it in my slot for my plated helm, which is 2, which is sweet. All right, so he's going to roll 4 attack dice, his specialty die, and 3 defense dice. So he rolls a lot. His skill, Locgear deals 1 true damage to the strongest adjacent unit and gains that HP. So 1 here, and he gets that one. So he's a little stronger, which is fun. We roll a bunch of his dice now. All right, well, first start with a special one, which is looks like a beach. Survivor. Until the start of the next turn, Locgear can only lose HP from damage dealt by backup plan. Thanks a lot. All right, he rolls 2 bones. He gets 4 defense and attacks me for 2, which just knocks out my 2 defense. Okay. So I cannot do damage to him unless it's in my backup plan. But I can knock defense off, which is important. I'm gonna roll my bleed die and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 defense, 2 attack, and bleed die. He now has bleed. We get 1 defense die. We get 2 here, which matters, and then 1 attack, which takes off 1 of his defense. Backstab. I don't think I can do that yet. Both Duster and Nightshade. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Okay, so I have 1 damage, which means Nightshade comes in on the field. Oh shoot, I was only supposed to roll 4 attack. I don't know if I did that. I think I did. But that's okay. Nightshade comes on there and he gains top spot. I think he'll go over him, I think. So Nightshade gets to go first. Up 1, attacks for 2. 2 damage, takes out 1 of his defense. All right, his turn. Locgear deals 1 true damage to the strongest adjacent unit and gains it. So he steals 1 from me. Now he takes bleed, so he would get the 1, but he bleed out 1, so that's why I'm doing it that way. He rolls 2 defensive dice, 4 attack dice, and this die again. Okay, so his light bulb removes all backup plans, which stinks. He gets 2 more defense. He gets another bone. 2, 3, 4 damage done. He does it to the 2 strongest units. Ugh. All right, so that's gonna take out Nightshade. Sure. And 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Locgear's taking it to me. This is no good. He's much harder than I remember. All right, it is my turn. I guess let's roll 4 attack die and 1 defense die and hope for the best. Jeez Louise, this is not good. Alright, so 2 bones, which is kind of useless actually. 1 defense and 3 attack, which just takes off his defense. Alright, next. Oh shoot, that should have been the second round. This is now the third. I'm gonna use the last of the plates. No, I'm not even gonna use it, just hold on to it. Because I'm about to get rolled. He goes now. It's with this 4 attack, 3 defense. There's his other bone. You can only do backup plans. Holy cow. 3 does 3 damage to me, so 1, 2, 3, plus he leached 1 off of me. Okay. That's a big L. And he would have ran away too. Okay. That did not go according to plan. It is now day 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll just take away all of his life. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna heal up. And I'll roll the flint and tinder thing. I should get at least 1. It's because of the nightshade one. Okay, so I'm gonna heal back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that was way harder than I remember. All right, so it's 9th day. I could technically do I think I could still do an encounter card. He seems super. Yeah, I know Splice and Dice is rough. That was rougher than I remember. So I'm gonna day 9 do an encounter card. I'm gonna do an encounter card, see what I get. I still have enough progress points. I think I can go back and do an encounter card. I don't know if you're supposed to actually technically fight the tyrant again, but I'm just gonna say that's gonna lead to a loss. So I'm gonna just do it. Yeah, I think I'm allowed to go back to doing an encounter. I mean, that makes sense. Whatever. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. If it's cheating, it's cheating, but okay. So I still have 1 face down card. I'm keeping that, so screw that game. Wow, okay. Let's do our thing. Okay, so it's an encounter card. So better to give than receive. They wouldn't be so angry if they weren't so cruel. They just want to see your gear. They're so curious. Don't hurt them, please. It's against all Gearlock's instincts to display their loot openly, much less to be greedy eyes of Molnor. But Locgear insists he knows this group of traders as they were just adventure enthusiasts that could easily backfire. All right. I'm gonna fight. All right. So, watching earlier in the stream, say you have 2 defense stats and have both in your active area. Under that name, Jose, good to see you. You are not able to roll. Right, so you can't have more. From my understanding, you can't have more in your active slot than what your total amount is, but you can roll it and then like replace it, basically, from how I understand. There was a lot of confusion with this. I still get confused because I've seen it both ways. I've seen it also where like, no, that means you can only roll 2 defense, but you can have as many as that are allowed in your active slot. I've seen it answered that way too. And to be honest, I always get confused on it. But yeah, it's one of those weird things. So I've always understood it that I can roll 2 defense dice each time, have up to 2, and then I can replace 1 if I want to. That's how I've always understood it. But I've also seen people explain it the other way where no, you can have as much as your active slots hold, but you can only roll 2 at a time. And I think I've seen Chip Theory answer it both ways too. You have to pull it out of your active first. See, I heard you can just replace it. Interesting. See, it's one of the... Hold on. Because the rulebook's wording is confusing on this. And this is what's annoying. So, let's do that really fast. Skill die, we don't care about. In battle. Okay. Page 11, bullet point 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, on defense, yeah, duh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so the total defense dice currently in the active slots will reduce available defense dice for rolling this turn. Total defense dice currently available in active slots will reduce the available defense dice for rolling for this turn. And it gives a giant example. There you go. You're 100% right. The total defense dice currently available in active slots will reduce. Yeah, okay. You're right. I was doing it the wrong way. Good to know. Good to know. That's good call. See, I always get confused on it. So there you go. I probably cheated somewhere in there. Okay. But good call. Good call. I wonder if it was an older rule book I was looking at. I don't know. I'm sure I just messed up. But yes, so you're right. So I can only roll up to 2 defensive dice. And I minus it, whatever's in my active slot. So Triforce, thank you. Good call. I appreciate it. I really do. And it's good if anybody made it this far in the stream. So, and there are tons. There's just so many. All right. So load makes baddies moot. You've been giving plenty. I've had nothing my whole life. Less than nothing. The Molnar will help us. Why are you always assuming the worst of others? All right. So baddie points. Add 1 point baddies equal to your party size, which is 1. All Gearlocks have a backup plan extension of 1. Discard a loot to entice a 1 point baddie to lead the battle map. Alright, so it's 9, and then we add a 1 point baddie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we add one more 1. Okay. That's a lot of baddies. Yeah. No, things have changed. Okay. So all Gearlocks have back plan extension 1. Discard a loot to entice a 1 point baddie to lead the battle, remove from battle mat, and place in defeated stack. Okay, cool. Alright, let us do this. Let's try not to screw up the rules. And let's rock and roll. This might be harder than I expected. Chip. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, 5 point baddie goes on. Weekend 2. That's a great sign. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next one. 1, 2, 3. He rolls equipment. A 5. I don't remember what a 5 is. Oh, I think he moved up the initiative meter too. I think that's what we said that was. Increase initiative die by 2. So he's up to a 5. They're both at 5. That's fun. 5. He gets 3 life. Is he melee? Yeah, he's melee. Okay, cool. That's that. 1, 2. He's also a 5. That's fun. It's another weekend, which is terrible. He's a 2. Blind strike and dodge. Don't love any of that. And he's a 4. So at least it's not a 5. We got that. Alright, let's roll our thing. Our initiative die. It's also a 5, so we jump to the front. And we're just gonna try to take on this thing toe to toe. So okay, so we have to discard 1 point baddies. We could do. Okay, cool. Alrighty, here we go. So we get to go first. We're gonna do bleed on the 5 point baddie. We'll do 2 defense dice. To 3, 4, 5. 5 total. Here we go. Yeah, this goes. Okay, bleed gets placed on him. Sweet. 2, 3. And then 2 attack. 2. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Blue goes. He bleeds first. 1. He puts a weaken 2 on me. Rolls 3 attack, 2 defense. Here's a question for you guys, because I don't remember this. He's going to come and attack me next with weaken. Do I add weaken? Is it 3 weaken? Do I take the strongest weaken, or is it the last one on me? So is it 1 weaken? All right, 2 bones, which is cool. Then he rolls 3 attack, which I have 3 defense for. So that's fun. Seeing that. Purple. He moves 1. 1 defense, 1 attack. 2 attack and 1 defense. So 2 damage. 1, 2. That's that. All right. Yellow's turn. He's gonna move down here. 2 attack, 1 defense. Now he has weaken 1. I don't know if weaken stacks. Let's see. Status effects. Where would that be? Oh, shoot. 22. Effect dice. There are 2 different types. Blah blah. There can be at most 1 of each effect on any unit. If a second of the same effect were to be applied, the new effect replaces the current one. Sweet. So it replaces it. So weaken basically removes dexterity used, but effect die, there are 2 different types, or the 2 different effect die covering many different effects that can be found. Anyway, place this die on the battery or gear lock chip to show the effect is active. There can only be most of 1 of each effect. So if weaken again, if a second effect of the same effect would be applied, the new effect replaces the current one. Sweet. So I'm now a weaken 1 because he is going next. So no defense, attacks for 2. Man, I'm almost dead. All right, and then 4, 1, 2. He's just gonna go there. All right, start next round. That was rough. Let's get Nightshade in there. So Nightshade is going to attack this gorilla. So 2 damage to him. Ugh, I only get 1. Weak sauce. Yep. And now it's my turn. So definitely roll my 2 defense. Gonna roll 3 attack, and we'll do it. We'll do it on the 5-point baddie again. I feel like we gotta take him out. So 2 boneses, which is good. 1 here, and does 2 damage. 2. Ah, so close. Okay, so we can use backup plan, because you can pretty much use it anytime. So at 2, we can stab a baddie to the adjacent both the Duster and Nightshade for 2 damage. I'm gonna just do that now in case we lose it. So 2 knocks defense off 1, does 1 damage. Or actually, no. Don't be stupid. Be stupid. Because I can discard a loot to entice a 1-point baddie to leave the mat. Which is what I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to get rid of 1, get rid of Harpoon Pistol, and convince this one to leave the mat. And is now defeated. That's what I should have done. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Makes a lot more sense. All right, cool. Cool. So now Blue goes. He bleeds. He only has 1 life left. Ugh. Weaken 2 goes back up. Oh shoot! I was supposed to not have one of my dice. I'm gonna. Well, let's take that one off. I kind of cheated. My bad. 3 attack, 2 defense. He's attacking me. Oh my gosh, 4 defense. Alright, 2, 3, 4 attack. I think that knocks me out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 1 life left. Gonna knock me out. Oh no. Now purple goes. He rolls 1 attack on both of us. It's gonna knock me. No! Okay. Well, we're gonna have to go against Locgear again. So that's fine. Alright, that didn't go according to plan, which is terrible. Wow. I can't believe I failed that bad. That was embarrassingly bad. Okay. Well, I guess let's fight Locgear one more time, right? Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So we go back on. Oops. Now we'll go back on the stack, but it doesn't really matter because they're not going to be in there. 2. We're going to rest and recover. Heals all the way up. So that goes away. So 5. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. It goes away. Can you read the Tyrant card again? Sure can. Sure can. Okay. If I can find it. That is a fail. Okay, so. Excuse me. My baddie Q is baddie points. Party of 1 ignores this, right? So we don't have to do that. Add Locgear to the bottom of the baddie Q. So really it's just him. Locgear's attack stat and HP stat are both reduced by the number of appeasement cards under Locgear's Tyrant card. So, the only one I have is the 1. So, he has 8 life. He starts with 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And only gets 5 attack dice. Or, I'm sorry. He normally would have 5 attack dice. He only gets 4 this time. Only. Locgear deals 1 true damage to the strongest adjacent unit and gains the removed HP. So, and it can, or I'm sorry, it may exceed HP stat. So, he is allowed to go as high as humanly possible, and it will continue to do 1 damage on me. Timid, when he gets 4 bones, at the end of his turn, place Locgear in any position in the battle mat that is not adjacent to opposing units, if possible. His Tyrant die has one side, it's a beach. Survivor. Until the start of the next turn, Locgear can only lose HP from damage dealt by backup plans. And the other one's a light bulb. Remove all bones from the party's backup plans. It's kind of nuts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so he starts with a 6. We will roll... Wow, a 6. I think I get priority over him, right? Or does he always get top spot? No, I think we get priority. Where's his die? What did I do with that? Oh, it's just this one, yeah. I want to say like Duster in the core box has like 6+, which means she always went on top. So we actually get to go first. Okay. So, here's my rough thought. I throw 4 attack dice and 1 defense die. Oh wait, so I can use Plated Skull. So let me actually do that right off the bat, right? So at the start of the round, you may place 1 defensive die in an active slot. I'm going to place that one. And we lose Plated Skull. Okay, so I can roll 4 attack die. I think I chuck all 4 and hope for the best and roll 1 defensive die. That's my plan. I'm gonna be completely honest. Do as much damage right now as humanly possible. Hope he doesn't roll that beach one, and then just do it again. Hopefully I get the rest of it. Maybe I rolled my dagger 2 just to cancel out him gaining that 1 HP. That might make a difference. Actually, I think I might do that. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And not do any defense die. Just have the 1 and call it a day. And we'll do defense dice next turn. I think that's my best bet for this. Then after I get damage done to me, at least Nightshade or Nightshade's gonna come in and hopefully just knock off the defense. That's the other thing we're kind of hoping for with it. So I think that's my plan. Let's see what happens. So 5 dice. One of them to get the lead. God, bleed missed. I'm not going to use it in my backup plan. So actually, it's a really good roll. 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you kidding me? He has 1 life left. It's like the best roller besides rolling 8. Is what I could roll. Okay. Then he rolls his die thing, 4 attack dice and 3 defense dice. So his special, but first is revenge, right? He's got to use his skill. So he deals 1 true damage to me, and he heals himself the 1. Now I still have my 2 defense. All right. Light bulb, cool. 2 bones, fine. Gets 1 defense. He swings for 4. That's a very acceptable amount. 2 of it gets defended. 1, 2 damage. Cool. I'm okay with this so far. The light bulb means I remove all bones from my backup plan. I don't have any. We're good to go. All right. Start a second round. Nightshade comes into play. This is actually, we could win this. 6. Nightshade goes. 1. We roll 2 attack dice. Just knock. All I have to do is knock the defense off. 2 damage. Well, 1 is, sorry. 1 is for the defense, 1 regular damage. All I have to roll is 1 damage. Certainly I can do that. So 4 attack dice, and we'll roll bleed die too, just in case. There it is. Okay, we did it. Wow, I think that's the strategy to beat him. Like, you just have to go hard. You have to get priority and go hard, and hopefully it doesn't roll defense. You have to be super aggressive with him in the beginning. That was... The first one was rough, because I think I was being too cautious, like defending too much, and then like just trying to do like a little bit of damage and whatever. And once he like had all of his defense dice out there, that was tough. And then you had to use backup plan. That was even rougher. Yes, GG all around. Good games, everyone. That was fun. Even though I screwed up the defense thing. That was fun.